Welcome along to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. Look, if you want to keep track of everything Springboks as we head into, well, a huge international season, make sure you hit subscribe for Rugby Obsession right now.
Definitely do that.
So today we're diving headfirst into the latest Springboks alignment camp news from Rassie Erasmus.
Yeah.
And honestly, there are some selections in this 54-man squad that, well, they really make you think, don't they, about what the plan might be.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at it, it's more than just names on a list, isn't it? It feels like a bit of a strategic glimpse, maybe. You know, the mix of the guys we know well, the familiar faces, plus some genuinely exciting new additions. It suggests the coaches are valuing experience, but also actively looking to evolve things.
Okay, let's sort of unpack the camp itself first. The structure seems quite, well, clever.
Right.
You've got 36 local players. They're heading to Cape Town, face-to-face sessions. That's May 22nd and 23rd next year. But then the 18 guys based overseas, they'll join virtually. Same dates.
Yeah, that hybrid approach.
And it sounds like these boardroom sessions, they're calling them, are really about getting everyone aligned before the season kicks off properly, end of June.
It makes sense, that hybrid format. It just
Yeah.
reflects modern rugby, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
much talent playing outside SA.
It's true.
And those virtual chats, they'll be crucial for making sure everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet, strategy-wise, culture-wise, even if they can't physically be in the room.
Yeah, good point. It feels very organized, very forward-thinking from Rassie and the team.
That feeling.
And speaking of forward-thinking, some of the new names are, well, fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
Juarno Augustus, right? Getting the call after that massive performance for Northampton in the Champions Cup win. You can see the logic. Playing number 8, starring role.
Yeah, performing when it matters.
Then Vincent Tshituka, Congolese-born, plays for the Sharks, now eligible for the Boks after getting his SAID sorted just last month. Another powerful forward.
Interesting timing there. Adds another option.
But the one that really kind of raises eyebrows in a good way, I think, is Ntokozo Makhaza.
Ah, Makhaza.
From the Cheetahs. Planet Rugby called him the most surprising inclusion. And you can see why. An exciting outside back just signed for the Cheetahs after apparently tearing it up for Ikeys in the Varsity Cup.
Yeah, and hasn't even played a full pro match yet, has he?
Exactly.
That is a bold statement, bringing him in. The Varsity Cup, you know, it's a great breeding ground. Lots of talent comes through there. But to pull someone straight from that, almost, into this environment, it suggests Rassie's seen something really special, like raw pace maybe, or just that X factor he thinks they can mold.
Yeah, potential.
Whereas Augustus, like you said, that's different. That's a reward for delivering the goods in a top European competition. Shows they're watching everyone everywhere.
It's always interesting, isn't it? Who's in, who's out. Evan Roos, for instance. He's missed out on this second camp.
Yeah, notice that.
And obviously we know a few key guys are injured. Frans Malherbe, Ellery Lowe, Ben Jason Dixon, Dion Forey, Trevor Nyakane. They weren't considered.
Right.
It just highlights the depth again, doesn't it? Even with those guys out.
The depth is, well, it's pretty phenomenal right now. And that's a challenge for the coach, is a good challenge.
Yeah.
Rassie himself said how hard it was to narrow it down, which tells you everything about the talent pool. So these camps, they become even more vital for figuring out who fits tactically, culturally.
And look at the uncapped players in this group. 8 of them.
Yeah.
Augustus, Tshituka, Makhaza we mentioned, plus Renzo Duplessis, Neithling Fouche, Asanathi Natlabakanye, Marnus van der Merwe, and Cobus Wise. That's a serious injection of new blood, potentially.
It is, and it's a clear signal, isn't it, that they're not just sitting back after the World Cup win. They're actively building, creating competition. These guys will be absolutely buzzing, wanting to prove they belong.
Rassie's comments seem pretty positive, too. He called them an exciting bunch, said they've really made their mark where they've been playing.
Especially highlighting the new guys, saying they've made a strong statement in big competitions under immense pressure. And that's the key phrase, isn't it? Under immense pressure.
Yeah.
Because that's what Test Rugby is all about. If these guys have shown they can handle it, whether it's, you know, the Champions Cup final or a Varsity Cup knockout game, it suggests they've got that mental edge Rassie looks for.
Makes sense. So just quickly for you listening, the guys actually in Cape Town, a real mix. Forwards like Etzebeth, Sia Khaleesi, Bongi and Banambi.
The core group.
Yeah, and then backs like Willemzy, Moody, Fassi, Lucanio, plenty of firepower.
And the virtual guys, the overseas contingent.
All the big names you'd expect, really. Peter Steph de Twight, Faf de Klerk, Cheslin Colby, Pollard, Marks. The list goes on.
It's a fantastic blend, isn't it? You've got that core leadership, the World Cup winners, and then this fresh talent pushing through. Keeping the overseas guys looped in virtually, like we said, just keeps everything tight.
Okay, before we go further, just a quick reminder, if you're enjoying this deep dive, do us a favor and subscribe to Rugby Obsession. It really helps us keep bringing you this kind of analysis.
Please do.
Now, looking ahead, we know 2025 is stacked. It kicks off with that historic first home game against the Barbarians, Cape Town, late June.
Yep, should be a great occasion.
And then it's just relentless, isn't it? Italy, Georgia, Australia, New Zealand, Argentina, France, Ireland, Wales. Phew.
It's a monster schedule, proper test. And that's why this camp, even though it's just alignment sessions, is so important. It's laying the foundation strategically, culturally for that whole campaign.
Yeah, it feels like preparations are definitely kicking into high gear now. So what's your main takeaway from this announcement, if you had to pick one thing?
Good question. For me, I think it's the clear willingness to look absolutely everywhere for talent, even guys who aren't really established pros yet.
Like Makhaza?
Exactly. Putting someone like Makhaza in the same conversation, the same virtual room as, Etzebeth or Colby, it shows they're not afraid to back potential and maybe take a calculated gamble. They're building depth seriously.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's genuinely exciting to see. Okay, so over to you listening. We really want to know what you think. Get in the comments section. Tell us your thoughts on this squad.
Yeah, who stands out for you? Who are you most excited about seeing potentially get a shot?
Or maybe who do you think was unlucky to miss out this time?
Ooh, good one. Yeah, let us know. Think about it. Which one of these less familiar names, maybe one of the uncapped guys, do you reckon could actually force their way into the playing squad later this year?
Interesting question to ponder. Right, that just about wraps up this Rugby Obsession deep dive into the Springboks alignment camp announcement.
Hope you found that useful.
Yeah, hopefully it gives you a clearer picture of Rassie's latest thinking and maybe, just maybe, where the Boks are heading. Don't forget, subscribe to Rugby Obsession for more deep dives like this one.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive. We look forward to listening to our next episode.